You are listening to CrossTalk, a safe place to discuss addiction, recovery, harm reduction, and everything in between. Support for this podcast comes from the Kentucky Opioid Response Effort and Advocates of Recovery. Content and production by the team at Turning Point Recovery Community Center. Now, buckle up and get ready for the show.
Welcome everyone to CrossTalk Recovery, the recovery podcast that supports all forms of recovery. I'm Matt Lewis, and I'm here with
Courtney Jeffries, Program Coordinator for Graves County ASAP.
And Alexis McClure, Assistant Program Coordinator for Graves County ASAP.
Welcome, guys. For anyone who doesn't know what ASAP is, it's the Agency for Substance Abuse Policy and Prevention. And I get to work with these lovely ladies out at Graves County Health Department and see what they do there. And I wanted to have them on today because of the work they do with the youth through ASAP in Graves County there. And one thing that I know about how this relates to recovery is obviously the upstream approach to recovery is like trying to work with the youth before they get into, addiction or any of those negative things that can happen to us. And I think that's an important part of this. I know that, the first thing that I did was smoking. They always say like weed is a gateway drug. For me, it was cigarettes led to weed, led to drinking, led to all the other stuff. So, and I know that you guys are doing work with smoke prevention and stuff, trying to steer kids away from that. But I just want to have you guys on because I know you got some events coming up. I want to help you promote those and have you guys just kind of talk about what you do, what you've been doing, what you're going to do. And so tell us a little bit about it, Courtney.
Well, what do you want to know? Which part do you want to go over first?
All of it, just wherever you want to start.
So, what you said with the upstream prevention. So I am an adult advisor. I wear a lot of hats, but I think Lauren used that in her podcast, so now I sound like a copycat. But I'm an adult advisor for the Graves County Middle and High School Sources of Strength program. And what they always talk about in their trainings and stuff is the upstream prevention parable. And it's about how when you go upstream and you prevent that from happening in the first place and you put protective factors in place for those teens, then later on they're going to have that in place so they don't fall into the river in the first place. So it's a lot easier to prevent that from happening than having to rescue somebody that's already in the river.
Sure.
So that's a really cool parable that I always try and keep in the back of my mind, that the work we're doing, even though it might feel like you're going against the waters, that it's putting that. I don't think I make any sense right now.
No, you're planting. You're planting those
the seed
seeds
for it to, in the long run, even though you might not see the fruits of your effort, you're putting that in place for them.
Yeah. Even though sometimes it feels like what we're doing is super stagnant and it doesn't feel like it's making a difference. But me and Courtney started in this club when we were sophomores in high school, and it's obviously made a huge difference on our lives. Right. So it's just hard, or it's more about keeping that at the front of our minds. Okay, Lauren made an impact on the way we chose to fall with our crowd or fall with our peers, and so we just have to remember that what we're doing is also making a difference, and sometimes it's hard to keep that at the front of our minds.
That's so true, and I wanted to ask you about that, how you guys got involved in this in the first place. So it was Lauren coming to work there, and you guys getting involved in it?
Yeah, we joined the club in high school. It was actually called STOP, which is Students Taking on a Promise. And then Lauren was the youth council advisor, and so we all just kind of connected, and then Lauren drug us in.
She can't get rid of us. I guess she liked us so much.
We can't get rid of Lauren around here.
Yeah. But it was just really inspiring to see how she formed that relationship with us and how it wasn't just a club or a school thing for her. She was always going out of her way to make sure that, with any relationship, she was putting in the effort to take care of her kids. So we were basically all her kids. So
yeah, it was more than just us being a part of the group. If something went on in any of our families, it was always hey, I'm here, what can I do? And so that helped ignite the relationship, and then I guess get us where we are now.
were you guys friends before you went in there, or you meet in there?
Wait, me and Courtney or me
Yeah.
and Lauren? Oh, me and Courtney, we go way back.
We went to church together, so we like grown up together.
Yeah.
That's
So-
cool.
And now we share an office.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small office.
It's not very big.
We're gonna knock down the walls though
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, we are. Hopefully, if anyone wants to.
So is it the same way, the way you guys running it now? You kind of like the mothers and everybody feels like that bond? Because I've gone out to your like meetings, the ASAP meetings, and the kids are there that are involved with it. Some of them, and I see what they're getting to do, and I think that's really cool.
I feel like it is. I feel like we definitely strive to like mirror the way that Lauren kind of mothered us and like helped us get involved. We try to do that with our kids. Some of them are harder to corral and get them to participate in the things, but we have a good group of them that love to participate. So
Sometimes I think that getting students to be involved is hard, and then I get phone calls. Like yesterday, I got a phone call from one of our girls, and she needed help on one of her scholarship applications. And I was like, okay, I can help you. And so in the back of my mind, I was thinking, if she is calling me for scholarship help, like, that's pretty cool. Like, if I'm her trusted adult, then I'm doing my job. And that's what Lauren was for us, I feel like, because sometimes all you need is that one person that's not a family member or a sister or a sibling or whatever it is to be like, hey, you can do this, you have potential, and planting that seed in you to believe in yourself. So I think that that's really neat. And to see it play out like that to where students seek us for help in other ways that doesn't involve the club is cool. So
yeah.
Yeah. Did they? Do kids opt to be in there, or is it something that's encouraged for them, or how do they get involved?
it's completely free. Nobody forces them to do it, because I feel like when you have something that's required, then you're not going to get the participation that you want. So it's completely free. You don't have to join.
Yeah, you can come to any of our meetings, events that we have without actually being like an active member, which is nice because that's like, oh, we put on a nice free event, and then they come, they learn, and they're like, oh, like this is actually something really cool that I want to be a part of. So then after that, some of them join. But I think what entices them the most is that we try to do a lot of free events, and then we intertwine like a prevention training in there. So it's like, okay, you're going to a prevention training retreat, but you're also getting to like do all these fun things that you're not having to pay for. Or if money was a barrier, like they don't have to worry about, oh, my friend gets to go, but I don't, which is huge for us because just by the demographics that we serve. And yeah.
Like we went on a retreat, and we're going on another spring retreat, but it's cool to include like the zip lining and
Oh yeah, love zip lining.
I don't even remember bazooka ball,
laser tag,
but
What's-
like
what's
other
bazooka ball?
sort of like a, it's sort of like paintball, like paint. Is that what it's called? Paintball fighting, or what's it called?
paintball,
Like airsoft.
Yeah,
kinda?
it's sort of like
But
airsoft,
with, like,
rubber,
softer
yeah, like foam
balls.
balls. So it doesn't hurt,
right.
but it's still
That's cool.
interactive.
But it's cool to have that free aspect to the club or the group or whatever you want to call it, because you can reach more students that wouldn't normally be able to participate in clubs because of the barrier of money.
Yeah. So is that one of the main incentives, or is there like, does it look good on your college
it looks
transcripts,
great
things like
on-
that?
It looks great on like, especially for like our high school seniors and juniors, which we try to be like, hey, like be involved in this. Like it will look good on to a college that you're applying for, but obviously we want them to be involved because they want them to be
For other reasons
right?
besides
Right.
And that's
wanting
just a
to
perk that comes from it. Like
wanting to have that on your resume. Like you want them to be involved, but you don't want them to just come to things because it looks good
right.
on their resume. You want to form the relationship with them, and you want to
Well, whatever gets them there, I think,
Yeah,
is one
yeah.
thing, and then form those, if that's what it is,
Yeah. Plus free food. They love free
they
food.
love high
Free food.
schoolers
Who
and middle
doesn't
schoolers
like
love
free
free food.
Chick-fil-A, pizza.
Yeah, we try to do like things that
Ice cream bar, we did that
Yeah.
at last month's youth council meeting. They really liked that.
We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, did you know it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland because they get lonely? Here at Turning Point, we don't want you to ever be lonely either. That's why we're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Always feel free to come hang with our friendly staff, and don't forget your guinea pig. We're located at 415 Broadway Street, downtown Paducah. As a woman in recovery, I know how important having a fellowship of women has been for me. Come join us at the Women of Worth All Recovery Support Group here at Turning Point, 415 Broadway, Paducah, Kentucky, every Friday night at 6 p.m., where we discuss our personal experiences in recovery. Hope to see you there.
Cool. So I was looking at your website, which, by the way, is gcasap.org for anybody who wants to check it out. And I saw the statistics on there. 80% of Graves County High School students did not drink alcohol in the last 30 days. Is that like recent? Do you guys update that regularly?
21?
We haven't updated it on our website to the 21 data, which I need to do that. Thank you for reminding me to do that because that's my job. That is the 2018 data, which
So pre-COVID.
yeah, which they were supposed to do another one 2020, but COVID ruined everything. So yeah,
Wasn't great.
But I do think the number went up.
Yeah.
Like percentage of students that haven't used.
Yeah.
So, because we were reviewing it before our last board meeting, and I was putting it in a document and just comparing it, and then most of every part of the data went up at least 5% of students that don't use, whether it's e-cigarettes, tobacco, marijuana, drinking, using over-the-counter medication or prescribed medication.
and that's just a really cool visual to see. Like, hey, we might not feel like any progress is being made because right now the biggest problem is e-cigarettes with high schoolers, and so it's really encouraging to see the numbers decrease in the amount of students that are using.
Yeah,
So
even if it doesn't feel like, which we have to, I think it's hard for us to remember that, like, we're talking to a small group, and then we have these high schools of 1,200 students that we're not getting the entire, like,
Right.
we're talking to 3 that are like, yeah, I see so-and-so smoking their vape in the bathroom, and it's like, okay, like, what do we do to stop that? But then there's also, like, the KIP data that says, oh, 90% of students that are in the 10th grade haven't used an e-cigarette in the last 30 days. So when you look at it like that, it's easier to be like, okay, yeah.
and
We're making a
something I
difference.
really like, sorry.
No, you're good.
Something I really like to emphasize on is when you're in high school and you're not using any sort of drug or substance, you feel like you're alone, and it's because the minority of people that are using drugs are very loud,
Right.
and it sometimes feels like that's everybody around you, but in reality, majority of people aren't using any sort of e-cigarette or drinking or marijuana or any sort, and that's just really good to remember that. So,
Yeah.
and that was a big thing when we were in high school, is that like you felt like it was everybody. You felt like everybody was going to a house party on the weekends,
Sure.
but it wasn't everybody.
Those were just the things that were like exploited that we were seeing like most, like in our faces, but there's a whole slew of them that are just,
Yeah, the ones who are doing good and doing their homework.
They're
and the
quiet.
Valley
They're
Joys,
quietly at home doing their homework.
Doing their stuff, and they're the ones who are
like
successful.
me. But it was like 90% of them were at home just chilling. The rest of them were, but you could see that on their Snapchat stories, and you could see that on their social media that they weren't I felt like I wasn't following the crowd, when in reality I was with the crowd and they were over there.
standing out, doing
Yeah, exactly.
things. Yeah. So
Yeah, that would be weird. I mean, I'm a lot older, and we didn't have cell phones in high school when I was going. I can't imagine.
we actually just figured out how old you were like a couple hours ago, and I did not
Who
realize.
ruined it now?
Lauren.
Yeah, I'm old. So I do think that would make it a lot harder because everything you see through social media in general, and everybody's got a Snapchat, Facebook, whatever, and a TikTok. So, which I've never been on TikTok, but
Well, we are.
Yeah, I know you guys are like
I'm TikTok famous.
TikTok's sensations, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna promote your page here today too.
Yeah. Follow us
Is
on
it a
TikTok.
page?
Yeah. What's our handle? GC Youth Council?
Maybe. I'd have to look.
Possibly.
Well, at least you're prepared.
I'm not prepared, and I never have been.
It's a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I will never
You
be
can
prepared.
ask Alexis. I'm the most type B person you will ever meet.
Yeah. Type B and Type A in the same office. Keeps
We're
it
not doing hot.
Yeah,
Not
opposites
doing
attract,
well.
you know?
I'm Alexis's worst nightmare.
I don't know. You guys seem to have a lot of fun.
I think that we even each other out.
Yeah.
I
I think I stress Alexis out,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
It's okay that you do.
You should be used to it.
Well, you guys are always laughing, which is a good sign.
Yeah. At least we love our job. Right?
Wait, why did it get really quiet after you said that? Okay. All right, so you guys have a walk coming up.
Yes, we do. We have a Into the Light suicide prevention walk and 5K, and that will be on March 27th at 5:30 is when the speaker and the
Vendors will be
set up. So we'll have vendors set up there with resources and mental health, everything. And then we'll have a speaker that's speaking
on the topic of suicide awareness and just trying to lower the stigma and
bring awareness to
it.
suicide.
That's great.
So we will have that, and then
The run follows the speaker at 6.
and it will be a glow run. So
Glow
in case you don't like to
sticks.
run in the light, you can run in the dark
Yeah.
with your glow sticks on.
Are you guys running?
No,
No.
I don't run.
You guys
Well,
are
we
trying to
don't
get me to
run.
run, and you're not going to run?
Yeah, if we run, then who is going to be in charge of
I
the
would
race?
run, but
But they need us to work, and by they, I
I'm
mean
needed.
I need us to work.
but really I don't run because I did run a 5K once. It was a color run, and I was the very last person to cross the finish line. So that is my
5K is 3 miles, right?
Yeah.
It's 3 point something miles because I got to 3
3.1 or
miles and I thought I
3.2.
was done and I wasn't.
All right, well,
But if you're interested in running,
I'm going to try to do it. If I
We
can
do
figure
have a race
out
website.
we do have a 1 mile walk if that's more your speed, because that would be
Yeah.
more my speed.
We might do the 1 mile. Maybe.
We might.
If we have enough volunteers.
So if you don't want to run it, you can volunteer.
Or set up as a vendor.
There's many opportunities for
Well,
everybody.
how do they get involved if they want to get involved?
If you want to get involved, you can contact me at Courtney with a C .gcasap@gmail.com. Or you can go to our Facebook page, Graves County Agency for Substance Abuse Prevention, and send us a message.
Did you practice that?
No, I didn't.
That was off a whim.
Very
That was
good.
good.
That was unscripted.
We'll be right back.
Did you know that recovery from substance use disorder and mental health go hand in hand? That is why the caring and compassionate mental health professionals at Four Rivers Behavioral Health in Paducah are here to help you find your balance. They are proud of you for making the changes necessary to live a healthier life and would love to see you reach your full potential. Give them a call at 270-442-7121 or stop by the downtown location at 425 Broadway in Paducah, Kentucky.
Hello, everybody. You want to know something? My biggest issue with meetings is despite their name, they are never about me. Here at Turning Point, all of our meetings are for you and about you. We have meetings at least 3 times a day, 7 days a week. We are located at 415 Broadway, Paducah, Kentucky. Call 270-444-3621 for more information.
So what else you guys got coming up? Anything else coming down?
Adultish.
We're about to start Adultish, which is like life skills for 13 to 18-year-olds, just so that they can.
And you might not think that, hey, life skills aren't really substance abuse related, but they are, because studies show that students who have a life skills series of classes at that age, they are less likely to use drugs later on because they have been equipped with
the proper guidance training that they need to live sustainable, I guess, aside from.
as an adult.
Yeah.
Boom, mic drop.
Yeah, I think that's really important, especially to do it with, youths that age, because like when I went through treatment, they had life skills right before you graduated, and it was like, for me, being older, it's like, this is all common sense, ridiculous stuff, but it would have been great and it did help some people in there who were younger.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's important when
Like,
you're
as an
younger, how to,
18-year-old.
file your taxes, work a computer, or what www means. Like, some people don't know these things. So that's great. You guys
So
are
we're going to
doing
be
that.
covering this coming Monday. We have yoga
And healthy relationships.
with Lotus and Magnolia House, which is a local spa slash
health and wellness spa.
health and wellness.
Are you guys doing the yoga?
Yeah, we are.
You coming?
I would love to do yoga. I mean, a lot of my stretches
following
I do
your
daily
work
are
day.
yoga. When is it?
Monday.
It's Monday after work.
The only
3:30.
problem I'm having with this Monday thing is that I come out there all day to work at the
He doesn't
syringe
wanna do yoga
exchange.
after
then I
that.
have to go back to Paducah to let my dog out. Then I would have to come back to
Just bring your
Mayfield.
dog.
Just bring your dog to work.
Problem
That's
solved.
he's a lot.
What kind of dog is it?
Black Lab, Bloodhound.
He's big.
He's a big boy. Courage.
We
is his
actually have a
name.
fenced-in area to the left of the door when you enter. I'm not sure that it fences all the way around, but you can open it and put him in there and hope he
Lauren
stays.
told me I could leave it at her house in her backyard.
She does have a
fenced-in-
fenced-in backyard. There might be a little gap in it though, because one of her dogs keeps escaping.
Oh, he would dig his way out for sure. He's actually helped 2 dogs in our neighborhood escape.
So
Who couldn't figure it out
maybe
themselves. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'd love to do both those things.
And then the following Monday we have cooking and
with
meal prepping with the extension office in Graves County, and that'll be at 3:30 at the extension office. And then the following Monday we have financial literacy with like loans and budgeting and filing your taxes and all of that terrible stuff. And then car maintenance, so basic car maintenance on that day.
How to change a tire,
Oh, that's a good one.
oil change.
How to know what all the little
they can
badges on
change
your
my
dash
oil
are.
while I'll let my car be the demo.
Genius.
Yeah.
2 birds.
One stone, and I'll be on business pay.
And then the next Monday is the run. So we're doing it on Wednesday that week, and it will be mental health and what else? I can't remember.
You might have it. On
I
your
probably do.
notes.
No, I
Mental
don't.
health. I'm glad you're doing stuff with mental health. I saw it on your website that you guys people can go there and help find ways to get assistance with mental health treatment
Yeah.
and substance abuse treatment.
Yes.
You provide that through the website.
Now that's going to drive me nuts that I don't know what it is. Mental health and what?
I don't know. I also don't have it.
What? Wow.
Work. Silly gooses. Mental
Well, I'm
health.
sure it's on your website, right?
It's
It's
definitely
not on our
Facebook.
website. It's on our Facebook though.
It is. Let's see. I will tell y'all what it is.
We came unprepared.
No, we
You're
just
doing
had
great.
Struggling.
Well, we have a lot of posts.
It's that one. Look, click on the more.
Oh, I see. On March 29th, we will be having mental health and resume interview etiquette.
That's what it was.
It's a hard one to remember.
Resume, interview etiquette, applying for a job.
Which is things that
That's
even
good. You got to practice
everyone
that. You haven't
needs to know.
practice interviews, things like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Which they kind of do like a one-time thing, or we did when we were in high
I
school.
think they still do it. I'm not sure.
But I don't know. But hopefully it will have a good turnout and a lot of kids will feel equipped. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great what you guys are doing. And a lot of these events sound fun. They're healthy. They're informative.
And they're free.
Free. It's important. It's an important part.
FREE. Sounds free. You're probably going to have to cut a lot of.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not editing that out.
Oh, man.
I can't wait.
When does this come out? Monday?
Yeah.
Is it every Monday?
Every other Monday.
Every
While
other
you're
Monday.
there, you're going to play it for us whenever we walk in at 9?
I mean, I don't
Oh,
post
you don't get
it.
there till 11.
Yeah. It'll be out around noon to 2, usually. But, and I will not be sending you an early copy so you could approve it.
'Cause we would cut
whatever. Exactly.
Cut it all out. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I feel like we've done well.
I feel like I haven't done as terrible as I thought I would do, but
You're natural.
thank you. I've been told
We've
that
heard
before.
that. We have
Have you?
a voice for radio.
Yeah.
When I was
that's
in-
not a compliment, by the way.
When I was in high school, when we had to do those little career test things, one of my recommendations was there was 3. One was funeral director. The next one was public speaker. So, and I've really come out of my shell when it comes to public speaking, because when I was in high school and Lauren would make me go to all these things that I would have to speak at, I
We
would
were forced to speak at all the board meetings.
I would
That was
black
terrifying.
out. I don't even remember. Terrified of public speaking. And now I'm just I'm not great at it, but
You're more confident.
I'm more confident
Well,
in.
that's most people's number one fear is public speaking. I know, that was one of my big ones, and that's why I faced it by, staying and teaching at Centerpoint and trying to face that fear and
Exposure
staying-
therapy.
Yeah, doing things like this. The more you do it, the easier it gets. It really does. You gain confidence behind it. You grow through it.
You
That's
just
the way
got
I
to
feel.
do it. I mean, it's the worst possible. I mean, it's miserable, in it when you're doing it because you're scared. But, once you do it and you do it again and you do it again, it gets better.
Comes
Yeah,
natural.
Yeah.
Like phone calls.
Yeah. We're
Alexis took 6 phone calls on the way here, and I was like, that is my nightmare. I hate phone calls. Please do not call me. I won't
that's-
pick up.
That's what Lauren told me when I said, "Can you give me your number?" She said, "Don't ever call her; she'll never answer."
She sometimes answers when I call, but it's
If
usually
it's
a 5-second conversation.
If it's your number's saved and I know who you are, then I'll probably pick up. But if it's unknown number, I'm spam. I'm not answering that.
Would you like to give out your number on?
No, please don't call me. You can text me. You can message me. Don't call me.
Awesome.
I feel like there was something else I was gonna say.
Yeah, is there anything
But I don't
else you guys
remember.
want
What it was?
to talk about?
Questions for us? We talked about the run.
Oh, the spring retreat.
Oh, yeah, we are having a spring retreat, which we don't have a speaker for yet, but we are hoping to have someone come speak on prevention and talk about substance use and the harmful effects. And we're also going to be at crossings and having kids can come and zip line.
It's during the day, the school day.
Yeah, it's during the school day for Mayfield and Graves County high schoolers. But there's going to be a lot of fun, a day away from school for them to not pay anything and not have to sit in school for 8 hours. So that'll be nice for them.
Yeah.
And for us. We're going to have the best time.
Yeah, these things sound like they're fun for you guys as well.
I think that's why I kind of enjoy it so much, is because it's not like
we still get to be a kid. Every
I feel
time
like
we
I'm
have an
still a
event.
student. I feel like I never graduated.
In the fall when we do Friday Night Done Right, it's we still have those
Highlight of my night.
because that's the best part of our week.
You get the DJ there and you have the food, and they come after the football game. It's
And
the
we
best.
just dance the night away, for real.
Sounds fun. All right.
I was breathing. I didn't want to breathe into the mic.
Oh, okay.
You can breathe. You're allowed to breathe.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think we covered a lot. We filled the time.
What's the time? What are we at?
27 something.
Minus some
With
bloopers.
commercials, we'll be over.
Commercials?
Yeah, I'd put in some commercials.
Like for yourself? Like self-promo?
Well, I
Matt
tried to put in my
paints.
self-promo, and they wouldn't let me do that. So
Matt paints, guys. If you have a portrait, he will paint you.
no, don't do that. I got already a long list. I can't even keep up. But I appreciate you guys coming on, and I love what you guys are doing. If you're listening, I hope you guys get involved. I think it's a great thing, the Upstream approach, and it sounds like a lot of fun. So don't forget to check us out on YouTube or Yoo-hoo. I mess it up every time. Or check out our audio versions on Apple, Google, Spotify, and Podbean. And as always,
Podbean?
it's an audio streaming platform, apparently.
Well, thank you for asking us to be on.
Yes, thank you for having us. We have had a blast.
Good. Yeah, this was fun.
Matt is kidding. He did not have fun. And cut.
All right. Stay grateful.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction or in recovery and needs guidance, speak with Turning Point's team of peer support specialists by calling 270-444-3621. You are not alone, and we are proof that recovery is possible.